land. And this is the intent of China's Space Road Initiative, to change the whole complexion of the world economy.
Can you explain Mackinder's theory again and the importance of land power versus sea power and whether it still applies today?
Well, the original theory, of course, posited that the powers in the world and the empires in the world that mattered at the time were the Russian. Well, we should go back all the way to Athens and Greece and Persia, Persia being the most powerful empire probably the world's ever seen, which made the comments that Hegseth and Trump made about drive them back to the Stone Age really ridiculous. They don't understand history. In the Stone Age, Iran was pretty powerful. So you had this, the best place to demonstrate it is Athens and Sparta, of course. Athens was basically a sea power. Sparta was basically a land power. Sparta was a warlike economy, a warlike society, trained its youngsters from the very beginning of their lives to be fierce warriors and so forth. And from time to time, the two powers allied and really became fairly significantly powerful. They even stood off the most powerful empire in the world at the time, Persia. Now, that was because maritime power and land power was married in a way that was significantly effective against the world's greatest empire. When you get to Russia and the Great Game and Turkey and the Ottoman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire and so forth, and you talk about land versus sea, who was coming along at that time? The French were coming along, the British were coming along, the Dutch had already come along and would come along majorly until they were sort of eliminated. But the Spanish were there. All of these empires were basically maritime. Their navies were as important as their armies, and in some cases even more important. One